Hi. Okay, so I'm going to make this one really short. I just wanted to show you what happened to the food coloring in the glass of water. And here it is. And you can see that it is completely spread throughout the water. It's spread evenly throughout the water. And I didn't stir it. I didn't do anything. I just sat here and worked on my lessons while the food coloring spread through the water. So what's going on there? Well, I think you know. You saw the little animation clip of the fact that molecules move constantly in a solution. And what you saw with the food coloring is an example of diffusion. Diffusion is when molecules move from an area of high concentration toward an area of low concentration until they are spread evenly throughout. It's a natural aspect of physical property of molecules. That's all it is. It doesn't require any energy. It doesn't require any stirring. The water molecules are moving. The food coloring molecules are moving. The food coloring went from an area where there was a lot of it in that initial drop that I put in the water to an area where there was less in the parts of the water that were clear initially. Okay? So again, it's moving from high concentration to low concentration. I'm just going to show you again the very beginning of it so I can demonstrate what I mean by high concentration and low concentration. So here's another glass of water. I'm moving it around just a little bit just so you can see it better. And I'm going to put a few drops of food coloring in. And there you can see. Now, if you take a look at that glob of food coloring there. It's really, really dark. That means there are a lot of food coloring molecules in a small space. It's in high concentration there. But eventually what will happen is that it'll move from that high concentration of food coloring molecules to areas like here where it's clear, or down here where it's clear. And it will move from the high concentration where it's dark to the area of the water that doesn't have many food coloring molecules, so that's a low concentration. It'll move from high concentration to low concentration until what happens? Until it is spread evenly. Now here's the thing. Even though it's spread evenly, does it mean that the molecules are not moving? No, the molecules are still moving in this, okay? But what's happening is that in every area of this solution, the same number of food coloring molecules are moving away from that area as are moving toward that area. So if you can get really, 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 really small and go in there and sit in a little imaginary box in this solution, and you sat there with your clipboard and checked off every time a molecule moved in, and then you had another column for every time a molecule moved out. If you were sitting there in that tiny, tiny, tiny little box watching the food coloring molecules, you would see that though they certainly are moving, but the same number would be moving into your space as moving out of your space. Okay, so to sum it up, diffusion is the movement of molecules from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. So think about a dark area of food coloring to a clear area. So from high to low until they are spread evenly. When they're spread evenly, we call that equilibrium. Doesn't stop. The molecules don't stop, but what it means is that the same number of molecules are moving into an area as are moving out, and we call that equilibrium. Okay, I think that's it for this lesson. See you soon.